this, Mommy?
That's called plastic on the ground.
I know that. I mean, why is it on the ground? Isn't it supposed to be in the garbage can?
Well, actually... Hurry up or I'll drive away! I'll explain to you later, dear. Now get on the bus. Did you imagine that scene in your mind? I sure did. Do you want to know what the garbage was? What was the dad going to say? Well, you'll find out in this episode of SciencelySpeaking. You're still here? Wonderful. I'm guessing you want to know a little more about that scene. You've got questions and I'll answer them.
Ugh. Well then.
Alright, cut that out. Back to the questions. The garbage lying on the ground is called litter. You may or may not have heard of it. Anyways, there's still a lot to know about litter or littering. The bads of littering, there are many of them. Littering is very, very bad for not only humans like you and me, but also for the environment. It's bad for humans, especially children, because in a pile of litter, there may be shards of glass or other harmful materials which could hurt a child like you or me when we're playing a game. Also, it can hurt the environment, especially animals, because animals may think of it as food and eat it. When they eat it, they won't feel hungry and end up starving to death. Another reason it will hurt the environment is that piles of garbage, especially paper, can catch on fire and cause wildfires. If someone throws a cigarette in a pile of garbage or paper, it can ignite a very big flame. There are actually a lot more reasons why littering is so bad, some of which are it encourages more littering, it can block water passageways, and it can kill marine animals. Okay, so you've heard the bads and you're probably thinking, why do this? Well, people have many reasons to litter, some good, some bad, most bad. Littering sometimes comes from the laziness of a person and then just throwing garbage out on the ground. Some people also believe there's nothing wrong with littering. It may also depend on what a family or group of friends does. If a family or group of friends litter, you'll do the same. So you've heard what littering is, the bads of littering, and why people do it. Now for how to stop littering. Well, I'm specifically talking about paper, cardboard, etc. So my one-word answer is recycle. Let's elaborate a bit on that. Recycling is pretty much the process of plastic turning into another material or object. You can recycle plastic by curbside recycling pickups or dropping them at centers. Then it goes through a process to turn into another object. Now, how about how it helps stop littering? Recycling an object helps stop littering because less trash is tossed on the ground. Recycling is practically reusing by using old plastic to make something new. Also, recycling is different than throwing plastic away because most of the time, throwing plastic in a garbage bin ends up as litter. By this, I mean that most of the garbage we throw away in garbage cans ends up in landfills, which are practically on or in the ground. So throwing plastic in garbage cans doesn't really make a difference than throwing it on the ground. Also, one extra benefit for recycling is that it conserves energy and stops throwing out greenhouse gases, which are hurtful to the environment. It also results in cleaner air and more space for people to live. Now it's time for an experiment. Okay, since this is a podcast, we'll be doing this experiment like we always do it. Wait, you don't remember how we always do it? You haven't been tuning along with the other parts of my podcast? Oh yeah, that's because I didn't publish them. Cut that! that out? You'll soon find out how we always do it after this little break. I'm guessing you're back? Wonderful. Now, our little experiment has to have a hypothesis, right? Correct. So, I think that trees or plants or fruits disease or die away faster than any man-made objects do. Which means they leave less waste than plastic or man-made objects do. Do you agree? I hope so. Now for our little experiment, or scene.
Hi, my name is Miss Banana. Today I will be placed in a jar with soil and will also be watered each day. Let's see when I decompose.
Hi there, my name is Mr. Soup Can Lid. Today I'll be placed in a jar with soil and will be watered each day. Let's see what happens when I decompose.
Hi, my name is Styrofoam Cup, the baby. Today I will be placed in a jar with soil and will be watered every day, no, each day. Let's see what happens when I rot away.
Let the battle of the rotting begin!
Yeah, I wrote it away so easily. It took me only about 5 days to root away.
I keep on trying to die away, but I can't. It took me about 500 years to run away. Hashtag worst life ever.
Since I'm made from tin, it took me about 75 years to rot away. Well, at least I'm better off than Styrofoam Z baby.
And we have our winner! Miss Banana in first place! Mr. Soup Can Lid in second place. And Styrofoam Cup Z Baby in last place. So that's it. We can now see how bad it is to litter, how much of an effect it has on our planet, short term and long term. We also know how to solve this problem by recycling. If you recycle, things will just be used over and over again, meaning less of an impact on the environment. Thank you for tuning in on Sciencely Speaking. See you next time and goodbye.